Matching a 3D camera to a fixed background image is relatively easy and often requires simple adjustments to the camera positioning and parameters. However, doing the same when using live video footage as a background is excruciatingly harder. Trying to ground CG elements to a moving background can be an exercise in frustration. When you render the animation, CG elements always appear to float in the scene. In order to match the 3D camera motion to the live background, you need to analyze the footage with a dedicated application such as Autodesk Matchmover. This is far superior to trying to achieve the same results using plugins, scripts, or other utilities, such as Camera Match. Matchmover extracts the live camera information and replicates it on the 3ds Max camera properly. The CG elements then move in sync with the background. The workflow between the two applications is pretty straightforward for the most part. Before you can analyze live footage in Autodesk Matchmover, you need to convert it to an image sequence. Most video cameras capture in movie formats such as MP4 or AVI. You need to convert the footage to sequential images using tools such as Apple QuickTime for MP4 files, or Virtual Dub for AVI files. This particular footage was filmed with the Samsung WB500 digital camera. The shot is very unstable and will not win any movie awards. However, it will demonstrate how well Matchmover does its job of converting all that jitter data into 3ds Max. There are a few rules to follow before you capture the live footage. Avoid any moving objects, people, cars in the live footage. It confuses Matchmover. If you can't avoid moving subjects, you need to mask them out using a movie editing tool such as Autodesk Composite, Combustion, or Adobe After Effects. Once you have extracted the needed data, then you can reuse the original live footage with the moving subjects as a scene background in 3ds Max. It is best if the live camera is actually moving. If the camera is sitting on a tripod and just tilting, Matchmover may have trouble extracting parallax information. In that case, you may need to take a few pictures of the scene from various positions and use them to establish parallax data. These are referred to as helper images in Matchmover terminology. Refer to the Matchmover help for further information about helper images. If the scene you are capturing with your live camera contains large uniform surfaces, such as newly resurfaced roads or freshly mowed lawns, or uniformly painted walls, then you can help Matchmover by inducing track points in one form or another. Simple tape is always a good solution, especially for vertical planes like walls and tree trunks. They can also help you define vertical axis directions and distances. This information eventually helps with the transition from Matchmover to 3ds Max. Other man-made markers that can be used include ping pong balls or tennis balls. These can be useful on horizontal surfaces. It's usually best to cut them in half to prevent them from rolling. If you don't want them to appear in the final render, then you need to remove them using your favorite movie editing application. Alternatively, you can use what nature provides. Even a simple leaf can provide enough contrast for good tracking. Be careful with light objects though, as even the slightest wind can shift their location. This particular footage, used for this lesson, is shot without any placed markers. Matchmover will work its magic just the same, as you will see in part 2 of this series.